Let's talk about conditions. We're hitting the morning rush hour here for you folks across the central time zone. Terrible time for this freezing rain to continue, huh?
It really is. And the current temperature right here in the city of Des Moines is roughly around 31 degrees. However, that temperature is rising as the morning goes on, which will help aid in melting that ice that has fallen overnight. However, right now during the morning commute, it has been not good. This road right behind me is 100% ice covered, and it's a hill that goes downstream. We've had multiple cars here. We have a white car that slammed in as it went up the hill. It lost traction and slid to the right and crashed into this parked car. There's another car right behind me here that was parked behind the street lamp here, but a car going down the hill rear-ended this car, pushing it into this person's front yard. And an officer showed up on scene here to assist and crashed into another car down the road. So for a short time, they blocked off this road. However, the road conditions are starting to improve as those temperatures continue to increase this morning.
Yeah, you know what? So let's talk about that. What is the city? Have you talked to anybody around the city? Have you talked to police officers? What are they encouraging people to do? It's Monday morning. People are like, I got to get back to work.
The nice part is it is a holiday for a lot of people. So we have realized that as we were driving around, the traffic hasn't been a lot of cars on the road just simply because a lot of people are home because of the holiday. A lot of schools here in central Iowa and around the state of Iowa are not in session today. However, the schools that were in session today have been canceling. But the people that do have to travel to work have been taking those precautions when they go in. People have been driving around 15 to 20 miles below the speed limit, being cautious. But a lot of the interstates around here in central Iowa are just wet at this point, as the city crews have been out heavily salting those roads during the overnight.
Yeah, you know what? You've been out for much of the morning. We've been taking your live feed, so it's nice to actually see you on camera here and talk to you this morning. Got about 45 seconds left. Talk about that, because you've kind of gone from the interstate to those back roads, back to the interstate. So let's just talk about that transition, because really folks just need to be very careful. 40 seconds.
What's really deceiving is when you're on the interstate, it's wet, but when you get to these side roads, it looks wet as well, but it's black ice. So you treat the side roads just as you did the interstate, and you find yourself often in a sticky situation.
Very much so. Zach Sharp reporting live here this morning from Des Moines, Iowa. Zach Sharp, thank you so much. We do appreciate that. And of course, we're going to stay with him in the weather situation. If you're joining us from this part of the country that is continuing to get freezing rain, know exactly what he said. The side roads. It may look wet. Even if the interstate's wet, it is wet, but doesn't mean necessarily that it's wet, rather in the form of ice. As we head off to break, we'll take a look at Columbia, Missouri. We've seen some freezing rain and some rain. We'll be right back.